Hello everybody, Synergy here and welcome back to another episode on the Bedrock server. And we've done a fair bit off camera, guys. I did try and do a time lapse, but it failed. So yeah, sorry about that. But I'm going to quickly show you what we've been up to, seeing as the time lapse did fail. So as you can see there, we've got a little nether portal tucked in there. Went in there briefly just because I needed some potion stuff, so I needed some weakness potions, and you can probably tell why I need them. And up here I just threw some nether wart down just to start sort of farming this stuff up. So that's always good to find that. We actually found a fortress so close to our portal, and we might go and check that out again today. But last time I went in there I got wrecked so many times, so yeah, that's always fun. And as you can see, we've got a couple diamond tools here, and we actually did some mining. So we've got a little bit of diamonds there, and look at that, some good protection 4 goodies right there. We also dug this down here. Now this goes all the way down to Bedrock, and I did all of this with iron picks, so highly don't recommend. But if we jump down here, we've got a nice little diamond mine down here, and you know, we've got some branches going off, you know the drill. And to get back up, because that is a long way up, we've installed this bubble stream, so it takes us all the way up. And I've sort of designed this so it just sort of pushes you straight out of the mine. I think it's kind of nice and cool. But even with a bubble stream, you can see this does take a long time to get to the top. So it is a long way down to Bedrock now. But that just takes us to here, and you know, I quite like that. It's quite cool. What we also did to get the portal, because as you can see we don't have a diamond pick, is I made this lava generator. So basically the lava drips down, and then you can just get an empty bucket and a fresh bucket of lava like that. And this is just slowly going to produce us lava over time. I don't need a whole bunch of lava, so you know, 3 is fine for now, but we might expand on that in the future and move it somewhere else. So other than that, we did build this villager breeder, which is going to be super helpful for that over there, and that is what I tried to time lapse but sort of failed. But yeah, this is just a simple villager breeder. They make babies there, babies drop down here. When they grow up, they go into this chamber here, and then, you know, we can just pick them up with a minecart and send them on their way. So we've been sending them all the way down here to this building, which is actually an iron farm. Now, you can see the block there. I did try and time lapse it, like I say, that's where my camera count was. And yeah, I got 3 minutes of footage before it just messed up, so that was a big rip. But as you can see here, it's just a standard little iron farm. All the golems and cats and stuff come down here and get us loads of iron. And I've also taken some back to our house already, so this is cranking out the iron. And I also just put one of these in here, just a little sugarcane farm, so that when I'm AFK in here, we can just get some free sugarcane as well. It's quite slow, so we are going to build a better one in the future, but this is just, you know, why we're here sort of thing. Might as well add that in. So as far as villagers go, we've still got a few to bring over here, but you know, we've got 5 farmers, we've also got a armorer, and we've also got a toolsmith here, so hopefully that's going to get us some diamond tools and diamond armor, so we don't have to spend our precious diamonds on that stuff. And then over here we've got some protection 4 guys, and I've actually cured him, so he's one emerald for protection. We've got unbreaking 3, mending, which we got a really good price on that, and feather falling, silk touch, sharpness, power, and efficiency 5. So we still need sort of like fortune, looting, you know, all the good stuff. We still need a few more to get. But yeah, so this is going very well. And you know, it's all blocked off so zombies shouldn't be able to get in here. But you know, we might have to change this and put some walls up or something later on. But as you can see, the iron golems just crank out when we're near the area. And it's just going to keep giving us iron. And all the cats die there on the campfire. So it's very simple design. It's pretty similar to the one I did on the last season. The only difference with this one is instead of all the villagers being in a little box where that villager is, we've got them now as a trading hall as well. So it sort of doubles up the two together. But as you can see, it's just a big square, water pushes all the golems in, and jobs are good un type of thing. So that's about what we've done off camera. So we haven't done too much, but getting a nice iron farm early game is going to really help us out for hoppers and stuff like that, for all our farms that we plan on building. And in the last episode I did say I was going to put the iron farm down here. I did actually build it out in here, like a foundation of it, and it was just a bit too big for this space really. So what we're either going to do here is build a mob farm and just have collection and kill zone down here, or we'll just build something else in the future. I haven't quite decided what to do with this area yet. So for now we're just going to leave that as is. But yeah, so I'm just going to show you how we get the villagers over there. Okay guys, so how we get these guys over here is very simple. So we just connect the track up to wherever we want to go, place a hopper, not a hopper, a minecart there, and the villager will go off on its way. And he's actually super quick. Maybe I should have brought a minecart for myself. But off he goes on a nice little journey. Now I built this over here as well for another reason. This is 100 blocks away from the breeder and my house, so there's no villager tech over in this direction apart from what's in the farm, and that just helps when you're trying to set the villager trading hall up so they don't unlink and, you know, sort of mess you about. So all we have to do then, because we've got these trapdoors here, that means that this gap is not big enough for these villagers to escape. So we just break the minecart like that, and these guys can't get out of here. And then we can just place our lectern down or whatever tool station we want, and we can check the trades and just keep refreshing them until we get what we want. So I'm going to carry on doing this, and hopefully we're going to get a fortune. That would probably be ideal. I'm not really sure what else we really need at this moment in time. So fortune would be the dream right now. So you would not believe how long I've been stood here doing this. And we are just getting junky junk from this villager. Like feather falling 4, great trade if we didn't already have it. Where is it? Right there. So it's just sort of rinsing and repeating. I wish there was a better way of actually choosing the trade you want with these guys, rather than just doing this over and over again, because this gets a little bit repetitive. Okay guys, so we just got interesting trade. We just got sharpness 5, and as you can see over here we actually have sharpness 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade once with this guy, and I think a good way of doing this would be, so if I put sharpness 5, so a good way of killing villagers without them actually like annoying. So if I smack this villager with my sword or my axe or whatever, all these villagers are going to get pissed off with me, and all their trades are going to go through the roof. So they're going to actually increase in price, and we don't want that. So what we're going to have to do instead is, if you get a flint and steel, and if we get this out of the way, and if you just light that like that, this villager will then die, and all these villagers, so if I look at this, it says 52 emeralds. So when he eventually dies, which he just did, as you can see, this trade has not gone up. Whereas if we would have killed him with our sword or our axe or something like that, he would have actually got more expensive. So we've just got a slight upgrade there, but as you know, we're still on the hunt for fortune. So what we're going to do now is just like this, and we're going to go and get ourselves another villager and keep on trying. And I can tell you guys, this is going to be a long, painful process to get the villagers we want. Okay guys, this is it. This is the moment. We got our fortune 3. So, oh, it's night time. I've been doing this a while. Okay, so what we need to do now is get some paper. Okay, paper required. So let's go and get us some super duper trades. Fortune 3. Let's lock that in. He has been locked in place, and we can now go ahead and put Fortune 3 in. Beautiful. So I'm super happy about that, and I am actually happy that we've got this sharpness 5 dude. So that's going to come in handy. But yeah, at least we've got the trade now, so at least we've got that option if we get unlucky in enchanting. But speaking of enchanting, we're actually going to need to get some sort of XP, right? We've got no form of XP farm in this yet. So we're a little bit poor on that front. But, you know, we'll make it there. And I'm just going to throw that stuff away. Put all this junk away. So we're going to need to make some sort of XP farm. And I've been sort of thinking, what could we do early game for XP? Now, I'm probably going to do this off camera because it's in the nether, and doing a time lapse after that one failed, it's going to be a little bit difficult. So what we're going to probably do is set up a blaze spawner. But like I said, I'll probably end up doing that off camera because it's going to be a little bit of a grind. But what we need to do before we get to that point, because you know me guys, I'm a little bit lazy. Who wants to sit there and smack blazes all day? Not me. So what we're going to want to do is go and get ourselves a trident. And we want a trident just so that we don't have to sit there smacking blazes like that. We'd rather just sit there, go AFK, and get all the XP and stuff that we need. So for that, we are going to have to take our little boat here and go for a little swim down the river. And there is actually an ocean just over here that I saw yesterday. So we're going to go down to that ocean and try and kill some drowned. And hopefully killing a drowned and stuff like that is going to give us a trident. Okay, so we finally made it to the ocean here. Now all we've got to do is locate some drowned. I thought I just heard one there, but maybe not. Oh, there's a guy down there. So let's go give him a little slice with our sword. Now on Bedrock, we don't actually have to find one with a trident that's throwing a trident at us. Any of the drowns can actually drop tridents. So on Java Edition, you can only get a trident from the ones that are throwing tridents at you. But yeah, so I'm going to just chill out here for a little bit, guys. And and try and remember my way back as well. So I don't want to go too far because I will get lost. And they're really far down at the bottom, aren't they? I was hoping they'd sort of swim up a little bit and try and attack me a little bit, you know. Making me swim all the way down into the depths. And no trident from them. And I'm gonna drown. I'm drowning. Group of them. He's got a trident. He didn't give me the trident. Ouchie, 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 ouchie. Okay, we're gonna leave. We're gonna kill this guy first. Give us a trident. We got a trident. Let's go. Let's go. Right, trident acquired. Let's get out of here before we die. Damn, these guys hit hard. Oh god. Oh god, this could be it. Oh my lord. Okay guys, so we've got this dual blaze spawner. We got one there and one there. As you can see, if I stand on this block here, that spawner and that spawner both activate. Now, as you can see, it works relatively well. Like, we've got a lot of blazes spawning. But as you can see, they're all sort of getting stuck. So, what I've kind of got to do, because these are just going to continually spawn, right? They're not going to stop. And eventually, you know, they do make their way down here. But they do tend to get stuck. So if I just stand here, they end up getting stuck there, and they get stuck over there. So I need to try and figure out a way to get them unstuck, right? So that is what we're going to try and sort of figure out here. But I feel like it's going to be a bit of a challenge because I have died about 50 times building this up. The Nether is not a fun place to work at all. I honestly don't know why I chose to do this as a starter XP farm. But, I mean, it's given us lots of XP, like we're level 30 now. Now, the other idea is to drop the Trident Killer down. And I actually did have the Trident Killer lower down here. But the only trouble with that is, to activate the spawner, this is the lowest block. And if you're higher, as you can see, the blaze don't fall down. They track me up here. Eventually they do, but it just slows down the farm a great deal. So ideally you want to be here is the lowest on the Trident Killer. And this is sort of the lowest spot to activate both spawners. So we're going to have to try and do something here. So I'm going to go try and work that out. But as you can see, they're still spawning, and it's just going to be bad news bears if I let them build up. So what we're going to do is we're going to end up turning this off, and we're just going to head back home, get a couple fire resistant potions, and try and, you know, try and sort it out so it's a bit more efficient, stop them getting all stuck and stuff. I actually built this tunnel as well. It goes all the way pretty much to our portal, so we don't have to keep fighting our way through the fortress. It's just a little bit safer, because you don't want to grind out all the levels and then die on your way back home. So I'm going to go get some supplies and stuff, and hopefully we can fix that spawner so that it actually works a little bit better. Okay guys, so we're back in the nether, and I think if I just dig through here, right, we can see our spawners over there. So I feel like everything's despawned. There is a blaze underneath me, so I am going to pop a fire resistance. So what I need to do is get in there before they start spawning too much, and put sort of a roof on it, right, so that they can't fall down while I'm working. So this is going to be a little bit difficult, but we need to put a sort of roof just underneath the spawner, just because otherwise it's going to be bad news bears for us when we're working down below. So that should now be fine to get under there and work. So we need to do the same with the other one. So let's go do that real quick. Blazes actually hit hard, even when they don't have, even when you got fire resistant potion on, they can actually hit you now, like melee you. So it makes it a little bit more challenging. The fireballs I'm not too worried about, because they can't really do much with that. It's just when they actually hit you. We're gonna have to be careful not to die here. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna need to do is get in here and raise this up by 1. So let's jump back in here. I'd kind of like to use a nicer block, but I don't really have any, so I guess Netherrack it is. That should now be 1 higher. We can knock these out, and maybe them as well, and that'll make it a little bit easier for them to fall down, hopefully. So what we need to do, I've just realised I've forgotten glass, right? I've got 1 piece of glass, so we're going to have to go and get some more of that. Right, okay, so first thing we're going to need is some buttons. We're going to need to place them there to stop lava flowing into this and messing this up. Then what we're going to want to do is, we don't really want our exit to be there. So we're going to need to block that up. That we're going to open up for now, and we're just going to have a little tunnel here so we can place our lava. So the first 3 buckets, we're going to have 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. And we're actually going to need to go and get some more. Luckily we're in no short supply. As you can see, there's a big lava lake here. So we got the 3 in there. So next thing you're going to want to do is we're going to want to place 1 there and 1 to the left of it. 1 there and 1 here. We're then going to want to place 1 here and 1 here. And do the same on the other side as well. So that should be all our lava in place, and we can go ahead and remove this netherrack now. So that should flow all the way down here, which is good. Now I do want to test this corner because it looks a bit... Okay, yeah, it does push. Okay, so that's all the lava that we need, and then that should be a 2-block gap there now. And it should actually be 3. So that should be this spawner essentially done, right? So now if we come back over here, that should make it a lot easier for them to actually come down. Maybe. There you go. Okay. So we've established that that works, which is great news. So what we've now got to do is essentially raise this up, and there was a block there which is a bit... That could have been a problem. Here we're going to replace that with glass, I think, just so we can see what's going on. And I will change this up. I only had wood on me yesterday. But yeah, is the trident still in there? It is. Okay, so now if we stand here, this is the moment of truth. It will be a little bit slow because they do move quite slow in the lava. But as long as they don't get stuck, we should be good. So we shouldn't have to run this for too long to see if they get stuck or not. But we can already tell they're getting stuck. And they're getting stuck. And I'm not quite sure why they're all getting stuck. That is the issue. Okay, so if I do that, they fit through. So it's probably because they're just bumping their head. And I'm being a little bit stupid. That better? Right, that should be better, right? So now if I stand here, should be working. I don't know how all them blades got out there. But it seems to be working, guys. So I feel like we've done it. We have done it. We have now got a dual blaze spawner that works. So happy days. So as you can see, now that they're not getting stuck, we actually get the XP through here. As you can see, it just went up a little bit there. And it's not going to be the quickest XP farm, but I don't really feel like we need it to. And I don't know why that guy's tracking us from all the way up there. He needs to fall down. So that's the only annoying thing with Blaze I've found as well, is that they do track you even though they shouldn't, because they shouldn't be able to see me through glass, but they look at me like, look, he's proper tracking me. and I'm not entirely sure why. But I'm just going to stand here for a little while and just sort of make sure that this works and it doesn't get stuck. But I'm pretty sure we have fixed it now. So as you can see, if I move to this block, that spawner deactivates, and if I move to this block, that spawner deactivates, and obviously when I jump it activates because I'm in range. So that's why I've got a half slab here, just so that I can see both spawners. And yeah, this is working really well. So I think it's fixed. There you go, guys, a dual blaze spawner. And that is about all we're gonna do this episode. We might come back and tidy this up, so this will probably look a little bit different next episode, or the next time you see this area, because I want to make it a little bit nicer. I need to get rid of the wood in here because wood and fire and nether do not go well together. But as you can see, this is now working tremendously. I am going to clean up a lot of this stuff and replace it with glass and whatnot, just so we get a better view of everything that's going on. And when they do get stuck up here, all we have to do is just run down the stairs and they fall down into the chamber and come back up here and they'll start spawning again. But yeah, as you can see, it's not the quickest, it's not going to match our gold farm, but it is going to give us some great XP early game. So next episode we will be in full diamond gear and tools, all enchanted up, and it's going to be amazing, guys. But until the next episode, if you did enjoy this episode, leave a like and a comment down below, and I shall see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.